The noon hour of madness and mayhem powered by Jalisco's, the podcast.
Victor, I was just chatting with you off the air about people complaining around here about the winter time, and you were saying how, like, because I was saying, like, you've been around here your whole life, you've had your whole entire life to prepare for the big move out of here. Yeah, and you've never moved out of here. And you're like, oh, I don't want to apply for a radio job elsewhere. I found the perfect station for you.
What you got?
KKNT, AM 960 in Phoenix, conservative talk radio.
Geez.
Go out there. And you know what?
Not only conservative talk, but on AM radio.
On AM radio, I'm sure they pay you nickels and dimes, and that's about it. Or they tell you it's a labor of love, and it's like one of those unpaid internships where you get exposure.
What company is that? Because the company's
Salem Communications Holding Corporation, a Salem Media Group, so subsidiary of the Salem Media Group.
Okay, Salem Media Group. Now, I know I've read about that group, but I'm not going to speculate. I think they might be a particular type of radio group, but I might be remembering incorrectly, so I won't get into that. But yeah, sports talk or conservative talk, Peaches, I could do that for sure.
You can pander.
Anyone can do conservative talk. All you have to do is, pander to the audience. You know, bring up some news from OAN or Fox and go, look, the world's about to end. And, just scare your listeners and people will love it.
I've seen Alex Jones plenty of times on Twitter as of late. Oh, these people are taking over. And it's like Twitter has...
It's bad.
It's so dead.
I can't even hang on Twitter anymore. Like earlier today, I was trying to figure out, okay, is there any possible way that I might be able to get a message to Post Malone and tell him to come by the studio? Because I'm sure you've seen he's in East Idaho right now.
Yeah, nobody went up to him. Well, I'm sure he has security with him, but nobody said, hey, the guys on K-Bear want to talk to you.
Well,
and I'm sure he's probably like, drugged out of his mind, go, oh, okay, cool. And
I think he's a sober guy, isn't he?
I'm just making it. I think he does the whole, cool and now buzz off type of thing.
He did a lot of selfies with people that I saw on social, and so I was going to go to Blue Sky because Blue Sky doesn't have very many users, so I think your chance of a message being seen would be higher, but he's not on there yet. So I went with Twitter, and just the few minutes I was on there, I was like, oh, geez, what is going on? Apparently, Peaches, we're all going to be killed by drones, and who knows what else. The aliens
drone
are coming.
Talk is horrible.
Yeah, these are just airplanes and people with drones. We could go buy a drone, Peaches.
Right, yeah. We should do that.
Why is everybody
freaking out? We should go buy a drone
out?
and then, because everyone now saying I'll shoot a drone if it goes over my backyard. And then nothing happens. I'm sure they're going to stand there and look up at it, and then it's going to fly over, and then they'll complain about it on Facebook. That's typical.
A couple days ago, I was telling people don't point lasers at or shoot at drones, and now Homeland Security had to put out a warning, please don't shoot at drones, because people are shooting at airplanes.
Right. Right. Yeah.
You're just trying to fly home for the holidays. Oh, geez. Oh, what was that? Something bit me. Oh,
We've turned the airplane into the Fortnite battle bus.
Yeah. People need to settle down a little bit.
Well, on ChatGPT, I looked up different pitches, different slogans you could have for your conservative talk radio show.
Okay.
And it's number one here, your voice of reason in a world of chaos, the Viktor Wilt Show.
That sounds like a good tagline for my current show.
True. Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Send it to the voice guy, Peaches.
The conservative compass for Arizona, the Viktor Wilt Show. Real talk.
So this would be if I was in Arizona.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, for KKNT AM 960.
Okay. Yeah, I will say over and over again, conservative hosts or even liberal, anybody who's doing political talk has the easiest job in the world. Anyone could do it. Aside from, you have to build up your ability to talk comfortably, but finding the information, all you got to do is spew bullet points and scare people, no matter which side.
And keep it going for 5 hours.
I don't think there is liberal talk radio, though,
No,
is there?
There's not. There's never. Yeah. It's always like, we want the truth.
Well, and that's
92 for the Eagle or something.
I've noticed this, that, the liberal side is not aggressive enough. They don't scream and yell. And,
they scream and yell, but they're also throwing fits on videos that are pointed out everywhere.
But if you pull up,
but there's people throwing fits on both sides.
I'm not talking about just average internet users, but content creators, for example. Like if you've ever looked at Midas Touch, they're lawyers and they're very nice and calm and no, you need to scare people. You need to get people riled up. I bet I would be a great political talk host because I'm loud and animated, and I'm certainly down to spew stuff out and then just go, all right, see, we'll be back. I mean, all you got to do is spew the bullet points and the headlines from whatever news source fits your echo chamber. It's easy.
Real talk, real issues, real solutions with Viktor Wilt. Another one right here.
There we go. That's another great tagline for the Viktor Wilt Show.
I tried even saying, like, hey, come up with better names other than the Viktor Wilt Show. Like, every radio show has the Woody Show, the Elvis Duran Morning Show, Ryan Seacrest Morning Show. We need to have some sort of, like,
all right.
ring to the name.
So what did they get?
The Wilt Factor.
The Wilt Factor?
Sharp, impactful, and a driving force in conservative talk.
The Wilt Factor.
Right on target with Viktor Wilt.
Right on target. I don't know. I don't think you want to call your show Right on Target nowadays. You're going to have Homeland Security coming after you.
Wilt's America is a great one.
Wilt's America?
A bold, unapologetic look at the state of the nation.
Oh, man.
This is making me cringe, to be quite honest with you. I can't imagine myself listening to some program like this. Because I can't stand political talk no matter what.
Okay, for the next break, I'm going to give an example of what my political talk show would be like. Okay?
Hold the line with Viktor Wilt, and you play that Toto song. Hold the line, and it goes right into you. Like, good morning, America.
I'm going to dig up some news headlines, and I'll give you an example of how good I could be as a political talk host here in just a minute.
You know what? That's Creed right there. I just had my interview with Mark Tremonti yesterday. It's now available on demand wherever you get your podcasts.
Good job, Peaches. Way to do your job.
Thank you. Now, let's go back to what we were talking about here.
Yes, I'm currently doing a live on-air audition for any high-paying, that's the key, extremely high-paying radio jobs in the realm of political talk. I'm going to prove to you that anyone can do talk radio.
Now, what music do you want below you?
We need something that's kind of like scary news. Scary news bed. Google that up real quick. I'm sure you can find a scary news bed. It's got to sound like it's urgent and something bad is happening.
Okay, I got scary news here on YouTube. I'm going to turn it down because, I'm getting an ad. Gotta wait 15 seconds.
People... they don't like ads.
Now, this is legitimately just called Scary News, so I'm wondering how this is going to sound. It came out in 2017, produced by some guy who works for YouTube, I think. Here we go.
Maybe it gets a little bit more
drone spheres?
urgent.
Maybe it's just like a... No, I think
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got breaking news. Okay, yeah, it's not quite the vibe I was looking for, but it'll work. It'll work. Let's just stick with it. All right. So do you want me to do conservative political talk or liberal political talk first?
Either one.
I'm going to use the same headlines to present my show. I'm going to go with one news source. We'll just go with Fox, okay?
Okay.
So let's go with today's top headlines. And you said do which one first?
I don't know. Just pick
Okay,
one.
I'm going to do conservative talk. It's On Target with Viktor Wilt. Was that the name of the show?
The Wilt Factor, that was a good one.
The Wilt Factor.
Right on Target with Viktor Wilt. That was the one that you were thinking of there.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're living in a troubled world. Thankfully, things are changing. And we're on the right path as we roll into 2025. I'm your host, Viktor Wilt, broadcasting from the top of the Empire State Building, going worldwide. And we're here to tell you about all the terrible things that these, what is some, names for the libs that are pretty negative on the right side, Peaches?
I can't say it because it's...
Should I just call them libs?
Sure. I would say the word liberal or lib or woke. There's...
the communists.
Leftists.
Communists.
Yeah, communists.
Okay.
There we go. I found this music bed called Behind the Wall. There we go. This should work.
The communist... Oh, wait, I didn't have the right level of anger here. I'm trying to get back to my news headlines because I babbled too long at my phone closed. Okay. The communist liberals are destroying America. President Joe Biden, thankfully on his way out, currently under fire from lawmakers in his own party. You heard about this. Pardoning his son, Hunter Biden. You remember the laptop? We all remember. We haven't forgotten. That's right. We need to impeach Biden right now. He shouldn't be allowed to make these kind of, pardons just because he's in charge of the country. This is an outrage.
Down with the government.
Down with the government. Okay, now I'll do the liberal angle. Okay, you got to get rid of scary music because this is how liberal YouTube works.
Okay.
You might as well turn on something like Cheery in the background. Hey, everybody. Did you get me a good tagline for a liberal talk show?
Here.
Yeah, we need a good tagline for it. Because first I'll do
Viktor Wilt.
First I'll do how YouTube liberal news does it, and then I'll do it how I would do it.
Progress starts here. Honest talk for a better tomorrow with Viktor Wilt.
Hey everybody, you're tuned into Progress Starts. The music's a little too loud for this program. There we go. You're tuned into Progress with Viktor Wilt. I don't know if everybody's heard about this, but, President Biden pardoned his son, Hunter Biden, and you've got all these people upset about it, and nobody... Hey, we don't play sound effects on this show! And a lot of people are very upset about this, and, people seem to forget, every president pardons a bunch of people. President Trump, he pardoned a bunch of his criminal friends. I don't know why everybody's so upset about this.
Oh, good for you.
So that's how, you wonder why people can't get behind the liberal news. They're all way too subdued and friendly and tame. We need some angry libs.
I would say the angriest one has to be Rachel Maddow, I think.
And she's still pretty tame.
After being exposed to that show, for my ex's mom watching it relentlessly.
Yeah.
She just sits there and just talks. And that's but she also has the anger to her, though.
See, and I wish that there was an example of talk radio on the left, because there just isn't. There's YouTube. But if I was going to do it, so you heard me scream and yell about the communists are going to destroy America. The socialists, they want us to be just like all of those terrible places back in the 1940s, destroying them. Okay, so if I was going to do liberal talk.
I just looked it up. If you look up liberal talk radio on Google, it just goes, talk left, progressive talk. All of them are using progressive.
Yeah, okay, so progressive.
Like there's Sirius XM progressive talk radio.
Really? I'm going to have to check that out. I bet it's so weak. All right, so I'll jump over to MSNBC and do my... if I was an angry liberal radio host, because we need this. I think we need to, get some radio wars going on. You got the libs versus the right. It would be pretty fun.
I just looked it up because it says here, and people also ask, why is there no liberal talk radio? Currently, there are fewer than 100 U.S. commercial radio stations carrying liberal talk programs, particularly due to the Clear Channel terrestrial radio station purchases and subsequent talk format changes.
Okay. Well, I don't think we're going to be starting one around here, but it would be fun because you just take the same approach, anger, scary. Okay, give me some scary music, Peaches.
Okay.
You can fire back up that same.
Yeah, let me get it up. Let me get it going for you. Here we go.
All right. And imagine if you heard this on the radio. You're tuned into, Neil Larson's station. And all of a sudden they go to their new midday show, Progress with Viktor Wilt. And you get an aggressive voice guy, like a rock VO guy.
Oh, like a guy like...
I'm going to go out and kill myself some people.
Not aggressive enough. All right, it's Viktor Wilt here on Progressive Talk Radio. I can't believe this. We got to get these boomers out of here. Even within our own party, we got Nancy Pelosi's old. She is so old. If you want anything to do with Nancy Pelosi, all it should be is following her stock purchases so you can make money. She shouldn't have any power in this party.
Didn't she
We need to get these old people out.
She just collapsed recently, on stage.
But it doesn't matter if she fell down. She still manages to have control over the party. She just got some other boomer,
that's because
elected to a spot that belonged to somebody younger. Give it to AOC. We need these younger people in. I've had it with the boomers in our party. Down with old people. What do you think that would be like if you'd heard that on the radio?
I'm clipping that. I'm clipping Down with Old People from Viktor Wilt.
Yeah, I don't think I'm getting the job anytime soon.
Now, Viktor, we just made fun of political radio. Now can we make fun of sports radio?
Oh, yeah. Another easy job. Just read headlines.
I just saw a post earlier today about how ESPN used to show highlights majority of the time. Now you got these people that have never played sports at all. Maybe they played when they were young kids. They tried out for the high school basketball team. They didn't make it. Or you get that one guy that said, I could have went to state in high school, but I had this severe injury that cut my career short. So now, well, it goes back to that phrase, those who can't do, teach, or coach, that type of thing.
So you're telling me Uncle Rico was hired?
People like that. Like they always have these outlandish takes. Like, I think Kobe absolutely sucked. And it's like...
That's because they want to get people riled up.
Yeah, and so now it's all these losers and these nerds out there just giving out these terrible, stupid takes. And you have people arguing against guys who have actually played, like Shaq, for example. There was a dude that tried saying LeBron and all these other players were way higher up compared to Kobe. Or I think he said it was way higher up than Michael Jordan. And Shaq almost smacked the dude in the face. Because nobody has ever tried guarding one of those dudes in their prime. Like, I've been to the Lakers practice facility, and one of their coaches is a guy named Mark Madsen, who used to play for the Lakers back when Shaq was on the team. And he was teaching us post moves, which is where you're down by the basket. You get the ball from one of the guards out in the wing, and then you basically back the opponent down and then go to the basket for an easy layup.
Okay.
And I remember, he was just showing us how to do things. And that guy moved us so quick. I was thinking, if this guy can move us, I can't imagine Shaq or Karl Malone or
these
Ben
big,
Wallace.
huge guys.
These guys who are my height, but they're just ready to kill you. Yeah. People don't realize how crazy of a difference there is between college sports and professionals.
Yeah,
professionals are guys my age now who are spent their entire careers, eating, or even in the pros, they're eating eating healthier. They're on a scientific practice routine.
Mm-hmm.
It's all based around what they can do for their peak performance.
Yeah,
it's nuts.
Oh, totally.
That's why I always tell people, I'm like, well, make sure your kid has a backup plan at least. When it comes to, you think that your kid's going to be the next Aaron Judge or whatever. Aaron Judge is a once-in-a-lifetime athlete. It's impossible to make it to the big leagues.
Oh, yeah, dude. I mean, you probably have about as much luck as getting into a stable radio job.
Right. Yeah, you got to find the right people for radio. But with sports, you have to be practicing every day, and you still, for the most part, will not make it.
Yeah, no. And heck, you might be in your first year, and then you get an injury that permanently gets you out of the game.
Right. Yeah. My parents' across the street neighbors, they have been, every single time we've done a neighborhood get together, they have always been way too busy for that. They've always been saying we got to travel to Alabama to make sure our son Easton is going to play baseball or play with his travel team. And it's the kid's going to go nowhere. The parents are both 5'6".
Yeah, but it's baseball.
Again, Jose Altuve is the only successful short guy. And you got to think there's not too many short guys like him. And he also cheated for the Houston Astros.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do when you're short. Don't let peaches destroy your dreams, short people. You can do it.
Even tall people. Look at me. I'm 6'9" every single day. There's gonna be somebody. Why aren't you in the NBA? And it's
it requires lots of skill.
Way more than just being tall. You know how many tall guys like me are out there? My friend Josh, he's 6'11", does Twitch streaming all the time.
That's because it's easier.
He's one of those dudes that's doing liberal talk on Twitch.
Liberal talk on Twitch? Oh, yeah. See, that's the only place you're going to find that stuff. Places where nerds hang out. YouTube and Twitch.
Right.
And I bet he's pretty tame, huh? Pretty nice guy.
He's outlandishly funny.
All right, that's good.
I wouldn't go against him physically because he's a giant dude.
He's huge.
Yeah.
He's a monster.
But he's a fun dude. He's all the big guys are usually the nicest guys. So it's...
I don't know, Peaches. Maybe when they get older. All those big guys in school. Bullies!
Were they really? Because I'm trying to think of all the people back when I was in high school, there were the 5'8" dudes trying to pick on me.
Yeah, no, the guys who were rude to me in school were all pretty normal sized. And, it's weird. We've talked about it before. Some of those guys, I still remember who they are. Mm-hmm. I still remember their names. And I hope they're doing miserable in life.
There we go. Wrapping up the noon hour of Madness and Mayhem, powered by Jalisco's. I am Peaches.
I'm Viktor Wilt. I just thought of something funny when you were talking about the way that sports broadcasters talk. Okay, you watched the Mike Tyson, Jake Paul fight, right?
Definitely.
Yeah. Did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah.
Right when it started?
I watched the preliminary fights, every single part of it.
That announcer for that event.
I didn't hear him. I just knew the one lady who stayed there the entire time. There was a rotating crew of commentators for each fight, but there was one lady that was consistently there for the entire event.
Yeah, this guy, he did the during the fight commentary. He was ringside. He was hanging out with what's her name, Rosie.
Rosie, that's the lady I was talking about.
Okay, so he was with her the whole time. He was wearing a purple suit, if I remember right, and he was the hackiest puker of a talker. And when it was in the middle of the fights, it worked. But when he was ringside and he's talking to Rosie and who else was there? There was like another old boxer or something.
Vander Holyfield?
Might have been Holyfield. But he's talking like this while he's talking to Rosie and Vander Holyfield.
Are you talking about that Middle Eastern type guy with the shaved head?
This is a white guy. Black hair,
I was going to say,
glasses.
that guy's a famous interviewer.
This guy is clearly, like, he knew his boxing.
Okay.
You know, he's doing all the commentary during the fight. And this guy's voice, man, when he, like, I can get it when you want to be excited during the fight, I guess, because it sounded like typical sports commentary like you hear during a football game.
Mauro Ranallo?
Mauro Ranallo. Just bring him up doing an interview, not commentary, but find.
Did he have the glasses?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Find a little clip of him just interviewing somebody. It was so awkward when you look at him and I can't believe we got these people here.
Well, he looks like he lost a significant amount of weight because he was interviewed by some dude. Well, I don't know if this is him. That might be a different Mauro Ranallo because like there's this very skinny guy here, but then look at this dude.
Well, maybe he did lose a bunch of weight. I think that's the guy, Mauro Ranallo.
And if I pull up a video, it's just, oh, wait, here we go. This might be it. Okay, wait.
Okay.
Is this an Instagram video? Well, this is another.
Yeah, crank it up. The guy on the left.
Because after he saw what Konosuke Takeshita did yesterday against Speedball Mike Bailey, all of the pressure is squarely on the shoulders of Josh.
Well, there is a lot of pressure here tonight because we have got some of the greatest competitors from around the world. Major title holders will be in action tonight.
So you kind of
major title holders will be.
And those guys both talk the same.
They always talk like they're threatening you.
Yeah, something like that.
Speedball Gonzalez, whatever he said right there, is going to win tonight, guaranteed. They kind of remind me of Richard Nixon. Like they're like wiggling their jowls and stuff.
I think he mentioned that he was a WWE commentator at one point as well. So, you know, again, during the fights, it was fine, but I was going crazy at the beginning when he was just standing ringside talking with Rosie. Because I'm like, dude, why are you talking like that to another human being? I know you don't talk that way. Honey, I think for dinner tonight, I'd really enjoy a nice quality meatloaf. You know, like he's not going to talk that way.
I don't know. I don't know if you know about this guy. I can't even say his first name. Blank Vitale. He's an older sports commentator.
Is it Richard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Richard Vitale.
Else.
And luckily, he just announced his cancer's in remission, and he's so much older now. He's like 80-something years old.
Does he? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very proud to announce that I'm in remission.
He's always had one of those like high-pitched, weird voices. My dad and my mom hate his voice.
Let's hear it.
Here he comes. It's one-on-one with Lonnie.
Okay, it's not nearly as bad in his older days. But like if you hear him now, it's like, oh, okay, they're out in the court.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess that's just the thing that they need for sports.
The gingerbread man. My gumdrop buttons.
That would be pretty funny. Maybe they should switch to only that.
But we should definitely do commentary for the crazy figure eight kart races in those stereotypical sports voices and go like, oh, we should make up some dumb backstory about each person in the cars. This guy cheated on his wife. Now that could be beneficial to him. I don't know, something like I don't know.
He's used to being on the run. He's clearly got quite the rap sheet.
Yeah.
So we'll see how fast he can escape the figure eight where there's no exit.
The noon hour of madness and mayhem powered by Jalisco's is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information... Oh, wow, I swallowed my spit wrong while I was still talking. That's funny. All right. Okay, where was I? Oh, for more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com.